From the floor of the CME Group, this is Danny Riley on today's Cash Close. You know what they say? They say that short weeks are long, and I'll tell you what, they're right. The name of this video, Sell in May, ends up the second best month of the year, or at least we think. The high of the day came in at 21.18 even on the opens. The low came in at 21.02 half mid-morning, and last we're 21.0820. We're down 13.5 handles. Total volume is decent. We've got 1.45 million minis traded and 4,000 big S&Ps traded in the pit. The MIM started out showing like 200 million to buy, stayed somewhat to the buy side right until the last couple of seconds to the 245 cash close, did a big flip, showed like 650 million to sell, and the actual MOC came out 700 million to sell. Next week, we've got a very busy economic schedule. We've got 23 separate economic releases. We've got 9 T-bill or T-bond auctions or announcements. We've got 5 Federal Reserve Bank presidents speaking. We have the international trade number on Wednesday, and then we have the May jobs report on Friday. I got through that. Okay. Now, Monday, the first trading day of June and the first trading day of the month, the stats show the Dow up 20 of the last 27. So up 20, down 7 of the last 27. Now, in addition to that, we also have a decent economic calendar that starts out the week. We have the Personal Incomes and Outlays number. We have Eric Rosengren from the Fed speaking. We have the PMI Manufacturing Index. We have the ISM Mfg Index. We have construction spending and the Gallup U.S. Consumer Spending Measure number. Now look at oil did a little bit of a bounce back. It got back up to 60.70, sold off a little bit going late into the day, back down toward 60 bucks, but it's going to go up 40% over the last 2 months. So something's going on there. I kind of keep thinking that crude oil is going to go back down, take out that 57 lower area, and then trade back down toward 53, 54, but we're not getting it. So I don't know. Kind of a back and forth trade there too. Now the other part about this is going into yesterday's close, the S&P was up 1.67% and the Dow is up 1.67% and the S&P is up 1.7%. That was as of yesterday's close, not taking into account today's losses. Now, the Dax was down 2.3%. When I woke up this morning, it was down fractionally, like down 0.5% or down 0.30%. But as the Dax fell, the S&P went for the ride. Now, there was a story about the international, what's her name, from Christine Lagarde from the International Monetary Fund, saying that she thought in an interview with a German newspaper that the Greek exit from the euro is still a real possibility. But yet, the Greeks came out today, and our guy Jeff was repeating it, and I knew what they were saying, that they're talking about some kind of deal that they're going to pull together and try to make this $300 million payment by Sunday. Yikes, I don't know. As I said in the opening print a couple of days, I don't think the risk to any Greek, real risk to the S&P is going to come from any Greek exposure. I think it's pretty much built in. That's not to say that if they defaulted that the S&P wouldn't go down. But I think first in line is the DAX, and I think that's what it's reading into going into the close today. So, as we go out, you know, who knows? I'm going to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm kind of tired of trying to say, hey, it's going up or down, because like I've been saying for the last couple months, I don't think we're going down sharply, and I don't think we're going up sharply. But I will say one thing. Over the last couple of days, the failure to like that weird print, those weird prints late in the day when the S&P ran up to 21.22 after the close, it really gave the impression that if you follow kind of momentum trading, that hey, we'd get some kind of upward push today. But no, all it did was open lower, go lower, and then every rally failed. Well, we're going to leave it like that, you guys. Like I said, it was a long week. I am trying to get the videos back up and running again, and we'll be a little bit more consistent going into next week. We'll leave it like that. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on the opening print.